You're watching The 7 from WATE 6 on your side.
Good evening, I'm Bo Williams, and welcome to The 7. Let's get a look at the Big 7 stories. One of them unfolding right now. City of Knoxville leaders getting together to work on finding money to pay for a pedestrian bridge. It's an idea that's been tossed around for decades. The aim here, connecting the South Knoxville waterfront with the UT Knoxville campus, allowing people to cross the Tennessee River on foot around the area of Thompson Bowling Arena. Now, last year, the university expanded the boundaries of its Knoxville campus to include areas south of the river. And now UT is in the process of buying a patch of land in the 2300 block of West Blunt Avenue for $9 million, with another small square of land, the Long Scottish Pike, thrown into the deal at the south end of where that bridge would be built. Now, beyond a spot to connect with the bridge, UT administrators have argued this land would offer a chance for more sorely needed student housing or parking. As for the city, well, there's potential benefit too, with students attracting businesses to what's now an old industrial site, and by adding yet another feature to Knoxville's waterfront development. City Council is meeting right now on the agenda, approving a grant application from Mayor India Kincannon's office going after $25 million in federal infrastructure money to help finance this work. To get that grant, Knoxville would have to put in $6.25 million in local matching money. That's a point of concern for community activist Vivian Shipe.
The city is asking CAT to reimagine the transit routes, but they're saying you got to do it in the budget you already have. What if we took $1 million and we put it in that program? Now you're looking at not eliminating routes that help the elderly.
Now, we have a crew at the City Council meeting as we speak. We're working to speak with Mayor Kincannon and other city leaders as we follow this debate. We're also aiming to get a look at a memorandum of understanding between UT and the city as they team up now to move the pedestrian bridge forward. Another Big 7 story on our list for you tonight, a clash at a girls' high school basketball game. And now, after that fight, the school hosting the district tournament is making some changes. This comes as the group overseeing school sports in Tennessee looks into what Lenoir City and Fulton faced off, or what happened when those two schools faced off Monday. According to a report from a game official, a foul led to a fight between players, then fans joined in. The gym was cleared of fans. Refs then let the teams finish up. Fulton won the game, but 4 players, 3 for Fulton, 1 for Lenoir City, were ejected. Austin East High School tweeting that the tournament will continue tonight, but the gym will be emptied after the South Doyle-Lenoir City matchup before Austin East and Fulton take the floor for the second game of the night, slated to start in about half an hour. Moving down the Big 7 list for us, answers about what happened to a woman who died between a hospital and jail. It turns out the woman, Lisa Edwards, died of natural causes. This is according to autopsy findings being revealed as the district attorney's office says no criminal charges are coming. Now, we've been following this since early in the month when police said they had been called to Fort Sanders Regional Medical Center because Edwards would not leave the ER after having been discharged from the hospital. Police said no force was used putting Edwards into a cruiser. Edwards reportedly passed out, though, while an officer was taking her to jail and then died at another hospital. District Attorney Sharm Allen pointing to an autopsy report showing Edwards suffered a stroke and had a heart condition. Again, those were described as natural causes for her death. Allen deciding that police did not cause or contribute to Edwards' death. Our next big story for you, following up on a child shot. Police are still searching for the shooter and the vehicle involved. KPD wants us, though, to be really clear that it could have been road rage, but they don't know for sure, and they are still investigating tonight. Police say the child is out of the hospital. They are out to find a red car, possibly a Hyundai Sonata in this case, and others, leading us to ask Knoxville police about the penalties for violence when people lose their cool behind the wheel.
Doing anything that could be perceived as threatening with a firearm or any weapon is, by state law, is aggravated assault. And you're looking at a serious felony charge at that point.
Scott Erlin with the Knoxville Police Department says if you find yourself around an aggressive driver, really do your best to remove yourself from that situation. Try not to react, get a license plate number, and then call 911. Moving down our big story list, a case that's taken years to move through the court system. An East Tennessee man sentenced to 8 years of probation after being convicted of statutory rape and aggravated assault. According to the Knox County Sheriff's Office, Anthony Todd Woods from Halls entered a guilty plea to those charges in court today. Officials also say the conviction comes after a 7-year investigation. Woods was sentenced to 8 years on supervised state probation. Our next big story for you, healthcare workers heading to the state capitol to make their case. Students and staff in 2 physician assistant programs in Knoxville will make the trip tomorrow, advocating for a bill to let them do more. Now, Tennessee Senate Bill 1171 would expand the scope of physician assistant services. The hope is that this will ease the staffing shortages within the overworked healthcare system. Now, backers argue that rules for physician assistants haven't been updated since the closing days of the last century.
It would allow PAs to practice or open their own practices in more rural communities. It would let them see more types of patients in urban communities, and essentially it would let them sort of have an increased flexibility in terms of what they're able to do and what types of patients they're allowed to see.
Of course, we're going to keep following this effort in Nashville. Well, we're wrapping up the Big 7 with some traffic alerts for you tonight. First, one that's starting as we speak. Road construction was slated to start at the top of the hour along 640 westbound. Traffic will be shifted to the outside lanes between the I-40 interchange and Millertown Pike. This is to allow crews to continue work in that area. You can see there on the right side of your screen, they're out there. This traffic shift is expected to be complete by 6 a.m. tomorrow, so watch for that overnight. And we have some new information about a temporary traffic signal that was recently installed on Lions View Pike near the Lakeshore Park entrance. City tells us it will be used until the construction of the park entrance off of North Shore Drive is finished. This is all part of a larger project at Lakeshore, and the signal was added really to help with congestion until that second access is reopened. Now, work on Lakeshore Park is now into phase 2, including a baseball complex, field house, pavilions with event lawns, a smaller amphitheater, playgrounds, trails, fitness areas, and a maintenance facility.
It's actually just a walking trail up that gives you a nice view of the river, but also looking up through the park as well. And it was just a really good use of the dirt that we had to take up to build the new baseball complex. We've put in a lot of new parking lots. We'll be putting in new playgrounds, a new outdoor fitness center, pickleball courts, a basketball court. So lots of great new amenities coming to the park.
Looking forward to when that is all done. Great day to go to the park today.